Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the Celina Celeste show. I hope you guys are all having a awesome Thursday. And today is going to be a really awesome day for an interview because for the first time ever in my show's history, I'm going to have a doctor on today, Dr. Anthony Rakovich. I'm sorry, I got his name wrong. But anyway, he's the first ever doctor that is on the show. And I'm super excited. He's been a chiropractor for 15 years, almost as long as I've been alive. But he's been a chiropractor for 15 years. He's been part of a private practice, and he's also has his own podcast called The Crooked Spine Show, and he's educating people through his career and helping them just know how to become healthy and fit. So let's just get him on the show today, and we're going to start the interview. I am super excited. Hey, what's up?
How are you? How are you doing?
Hey, doing well. Thank you so much for being on the show. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day to come on
Not a
here.
problem.
Well, thank you so much. I was telling everyone about all of the awesome things that you do as a chiropractor. You've been a chiropractor for almost as long as I've been alive, more than 15
nice. That
years.
makes me feel younger. Thank you. Appreciate that.
No. And you have your own podcast, The Crooked Spine Show. You're on YouTube and Instagram as well. And it's so awesome. I feel you're like super passionate about your job, and I love that. And you being a chiropractor, what has really drawn you to that field specifically?
My biggest thing is helping people. Okay, I've done this for 15 years now. I'm probably more passionate now than I was even 3 months ago. A lot of it is with going from a simple website to an actual interacting platform such as Facebook, Instagram, you name it. Even YouTube too, YouTube Live, Facebook Live, like these videos, you get to really interact with your patients before they walk in the door. So a lot of it is I'm able to contact them, work with them, even on Yelp too, message back and forth, here's what we do, what's going on. Like the guy earlier too, David, mentioned on the previous post about his back pain. So people have to reach out to you directly without contacting you and have that kind of a personal feel even before you shake their hand as a patient. So, and my job now as a chiropractor is push more information out there, education on what chiropractic can help people with. That way they can avoid the medications, they can avoid the surgery, they can avoid the things that at this point in 2018, insurance companies don't want to pay for chiropractic, or they want to pay very, very, very little. And also with medication and surgery, to realize, we talked about earlier yesterday, a lot of healthcare now is going to the person who is responsible. The person has to pay out of pocket for something, and something now is going to be more than something last year. So a lot of it is, in my office as a business, our health insurance for the practice has gone up about 400%. And a book here by James Chesney, I'll put on my notes too. He talks about 2011 how healthcare was going to bankrupt not only people individually, but businesses and probably the United States in the long run. Obviously, that's the big picture. That's Big Brother theory. But overall, it's gone to that. I mean, people can't afford to their medications, their surgeries, even their simple procedures to do every day. So a lot of it is, as a chiropractor, our job is how do we make their life simplistic, more on their own, do things over time, build up good habits, so they can hopefully get off medications and or not take medications at all, avoid surgery, keep themselves healthy, so I can stay healthy on their own. That's our biggest plan as chiropractors, is how do we promote that, so once I see them get them better, like I did about 10 minutes ago with my severe patients, as those get them better, that's when I don't have to see them. They're done. They form good habits. Overall body stays well. Okay? In my notes, I'm going to add in there is going to be a link to my post we talked about earlier. Is everything I talked about here is how to get people to stay healthy, and that's the biggest plan, to make sure people understand that, so they can actually be healthy on their own, be their own doctor. That's the key. They can do that a lot of people have the information out there, and now it's using it. I was on a live podcast with Dr. Matt earlier, in his podcast. A lot of it is people are overwhelmed with information. They go on Google, look up this, that, and everything they can do, even
Yeah.
podcasts too. But where do you start and where do you implement things so then you get yourself healthy, and over time you get you reduce the anxiety that I have a problem to where you have the confidence I can fix my own problem. Even if I'm injured, so
Mhm.
I know what I need to do to get myself healthy. We still need health insurance, right? We still need, if I get hit by
Yeah.
a truck tomorrow, okay, if I get ran over or a chainsaw falls out of the sky, cuts my arm off, please send me to the doctor, right? That's the plan.
Yeah.
But how do we realize we have to be more, it's called meritocracy, more putting our own effort in, keep ourselves healthy, at that point, educate ourselves first, get the right guidance, then from there, maintain those habits. Realize with America that the problem is, the reason is, we talked about yesterday again too, health insurance is going up and up and up. Even disability insurance, other insurance related to health, because as a country, we're not getting healthier. We're more dependent on
Mhm.
medications and surgeries, even though there's a big awareness now that opioids or pain medications actually make people are causing more deaths in the United States than it has for a long time. People still need the mental change. How do I work it on
Yes.
my and turn off the TV? Every time we turn TV on, there's at least 3 commercials on this new medication for this. I saw one
Mhm.
yesterday about taking omega 3s, a prescribed medication as omega 3s, which you can get in natural foods and oils. And the half commercial is about the benefit, other half the side
Mhm.
effect of taking prescribed omega 3, which is crazy. Why not just take fish oil, just take coconut oil, just take olive oil? So
Yeah,
things you
I
can do on
take.
your own versus
Yeah.
letting you having to pay a copay deductible to get the medications that you can get from your Whole Foods, hint hint,
Mhm.
store.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. I actually take flaxseed oil for omega 3s, and I've definitely, I've been excited for this interview for a while because health is something that not only I'm passionate about, but I feel like a lot of my audience and your audience is passionate about. And I really want to dive deep because you definitely make this your living to not only help people but educate people on what they can do for their health and how they can do it themselves. Because empowering people is going to go a lot farther than giving them a prescription or, telling them like, hey, just come back and see me. I'll take care of you. But empowering them and giving them the education and the knowledge and the ability to take that matter into their own hands is the ultimate form of helping people, like literally giving them education. And I have to ask, what would you say? So, America today, from what you've seen with your patients and people who've come into your practice, what do you think needs to change the most? What do you think is the problem with people's lifestyle, and why are they not as healthy as they want to be?
I think a lot of it is going to be their attitude and dependence on their medical doctor telling them what to do. We talked a second ago is finding out the right guidance, is talking to the medical doctor. The medical doctor, when you go to your medical doctor, one thing you often do, you pay a copay deductible, and their job is to make sure they give you the right medication. That's it. If
Mm-hmm.
you don't need the right medication, are you bad enough to have surgery or get shots for your problem? That's that pathway. Their philosophy really is based on what's the next medication they need. I had someone come in earlier, Consuelo, and she's been going to her doctors for about 5 years for the same neck problem, and it's medication
Mm-hmm.
after medication. Doctor finally said, "Hey, look, we can do shots now, or we can do surgery. How long do you want to wait?" Our job as chiropractors find the right guidance for one health coach, even if two. I have Christy Jones, which I do a lot too locally. Is how do you
Mm-hmm.
guide someone with the right mindset? Your mentor, your guide path person is how does their mindset philosophy does it gel with what you want to do? So you have to find someone with the right mindset. I want to treat things naturally, to the best of my
Yeah.
ability, and do things for myself. So I learn how to do it on my own. I learn where to get my supplements, my foods, what to eat, how to eat. At that point,
Mm-hmm.
what to do for my body, how to exercise, how to stretch. At that point, I get myself healthy and maintain that. So you have to find the right person, your health coach, nutritionist, whatever it is, to guide you in that realm to help you understand what's good for you. Okay, once they guide you, you have to take that initiative and have the attitude, it's up to me to do the rest of the work. Let's say you have a war chest of $100 bills in your back pocket every day. We can have someone come to your house and train you and feed you and walk you through your daily routine so you do the right things every day.
Mhm.
You have to be able to do it on your own. People are smart. If you have a elementary school education, you're smart enough to learn information on your own, do your own homework to make sure you keep yourself healthy. It's not your doctor's job or chiropractor, it's your job.
Yeah.
At that point,
Yeah.
when you have a problem, you're outside of what you can control, you get the right guidance. At that point, I'll see someone, for example, once they're healthy, maybe 3 or 4 times a year because they do something dumb. Okay? They go for a long hike and they're not ready for it, as you will be,
Mhm.
hopefully. Okay? So a lot of it is how do you get yourself healthy and know where to go when you're not, with people with the right mindset, the right coaches to guide you and keep you there.
I definitely agree, and I feel like actually a huge part of the problem with people wanting to be healthy, but they don't realize that they don't have the mindset for it, is the dependency aspect. There's a lot of dependency. I feel like in society, dependency for happiness, dependency for health. You know, people in
Exactly.
that aspect, people look at doctors like magic genies, and they're like, "Hey, I'm sick, cure me." You know what I mean?
Huh.
And I definitely relate to that because I used to think like that, and after I educated myself on food and on the human body, I was like, I can do this myself. It's all about preventing it before it even happens. That's how you stay healthy, is you prevent it before it happens. You take the supplements, you exercise, you build up your immune system, you do the stretches like you were saying, and you prevent it before it happens. And for the viewers that are watching, what would you say would be the first steps if someone is in that mindset? They're like, okay, I want to become healthy, I want to change my life and be a healthier person, live a healthier lifestyle. What would you say those first stepping stones would be to get on the right path?
It depends how you learn. It depends if are you a reader, are you a watcher? It depends on what you want to do. If you're a reader, for example, someone my age or older is on the average stereotype people, you may want to go to your local Barnes and Noble or even go online Amazon and look up healthy foods, okay, or guides to health, and look at there and go who has the most. For me, what I do when I look at books and books I'm going to read next, I look at their reviews and do they have a lot of reviews, and are the reviews positive or negative? And if they're negative, I want to read the negative reviews. I want to see why the person did not like the book. If I agree with that, I'll move on to the next book. If I don't agree with that, then maybe that's the book for me. We can always get fake reviews or whatever it is, but I want to have that credibility somewhat. If I don't know that person or that author, how do I trust what they're doing? And at that point, once I gain that trust, I'm going to go in there and read that book and kind of get the whole book in me and use that as a way to actually get myself overall better. If you're a watcher, that's the way you learn. Go on YouTube. Look at overall how to get healthier in 2018 and see what is present information and follow that person. They may have other 17, 16, 15. They've gone through a series. And for me, I go by the reviews and number of videos. They put the work in like you do yourself with your live videos, then they understand what people want to see, what people want to hear. And especially the views too. If they have enough videos and views, okay, I have some credibility on my end. I'll watch a couple of the things, see if I agree with their mentality. The biggest thing is just starting. Having a
Yeah.
want, having a need, and going, okay, every day I want to do something different. Some people come in my office, they're healthy already. They work out every day. They have a bad back because they did something dumb. Okay? They may come in and go, you know what? My life is in ruin. I've gained too much weight. I have to take care of myself. I started a job where I'm driving 6 hours a day, and I need to start somewhere. Where do I go? So everyone's on their own path, but realize it starts with up here. I want to start, I'm going to spend the time and energy to learn what I want to do, or hire a health coach, or see a chiropractor, or listen to podcasts that are in my category that I want to learn, and slowly build up that information knowledge that can benefit me. Realize every time I was talking to one of my students, to my interns, and actually started from chiropractic school this year, Jamar Townsend, and a lot of this I was telling him is for every hour that you read or watch a video, or listen to a podcast, you may get 5 to 10 minutes of knowledge that you can actually apply and use. So you want
Yeah.
a full hour, you're going to have to listen to 10 or 6 things to make sure you get enough information that you can use every day. So spend the time
Hmm.
and energy. Be patient. Realize everything you listen to. When I have probably about 10 podcasts on my Overcast app, I
Hmm.
listen to maybe probably 7 or 8 all the time, and some are good or some not so good. Some apply to me, some don't. But you have to, in the time, whatever you're doing, to realize you have to learn on your own. I had a guy come in earlier,
Yeah.
actually yesterday, Ruben or Robert, I think Robert, young kid, he's maybe 22, 23. I go, hey, where'd you go to college? He goes, I didn't go to college. What do you do to, how do you learn social media? Because I bought a bunch of books, spent about $2,000, and now I work with about
Wow.
3 restaurants, 2 businesses in my area, and what they're supposed to be like. You learned more in your 2 books than you did over probably a 2 or 3 year span of being in college, which is not for everybody, but you're
Yeah.
self-motivated. That's how he learned his information. Kind of
That's
answer your question?
exactly right.
Little tangent, but that's usually what I work with kids about.
That's exactly right. Education is so powerful. Books are powerful, videos are powerful, and now we're living in an age where you can access information so easily anywhere on the internet, on YouTube, on like in the library, podcasts, like you were saying, documentaries. It's everywhere. It's everywhere, and it's more accessible than it has been at any other time and point in history. So we're living in like the best age. I think we are for empowering yourself and putting in taking things into your own hands. But I also feel like a lot of this, you can read everything and you can watch all the videos
Yeah.
and listen to all the podcasts, but if you don't implement it into your everyday life, if you don't take that action and actually execute on it, it's not going to help you at all. And
Well, a lot of it is, I think, and not cut you off, is process by analysis. A lot of it is people will, like you said, will be overwhelmed and go, okay, that's great. You have to take that first step. You have to want to. You have to get the momentum going. Without that, sometimes you're just wasting time. And as you waste more
yeah.
time, you get sicker and sicker, and you get more desperate to stay on what you're used to. When I'm sick, I
Hmm.
call my mom. I go, Mom, what do I do? Because I forget to take my ginger. I forget to take my coconut oil. You know,
Hmm.
when you're in that situation, I go back to what you default to, which is use your medical doctor. What other medication do I need? I'll go to CVS or Rite Aid, and what medication did I use before? I'll use that again. Versus getting back to the healthy things that you do at Whole Foods, being around the same people that have the same mentality. Hey, look, hey buddy, what I normally do for this? What's good for us that we normally do? So having that not mastermind, the people that you work with and understand the same mentality helps guide you in the right direction too. I mean, we always
Yeah.
talked about that right information. I belong to a mastermind in Rancho Cucamonga over here, and a lot of what we do is help each other understand how to make not only our business better, make our information better for our patients, so we understand how to educate people around us. A lot of information is, yes, free, but can you interact with a doctor? Can you interact with an optometrist or a foot doctor and get them, hey, can I ask you a quick question? I go, sure, yes, and they're amazed. That should be the norm. Okay, some
Yeah.
hospitals say they do, but it's very general. It's very, well, come in and see us. I do my best in
Hmm.
our office to respond to Yelp directly, Facebook directly, Instagram directly. At that point, they know it's me responding to them with that information.
Yeah.
Send them a quick link from my computer or my phone, as I did earlier too. At that point, they know we get them more information, more information. At that point, they're more
Hmm.
confident. Not only am I a person to go to for more questions, but also if they need my care, they know where to go. Also, it builds that credibility up.
Yeah, definitely. And that's very essential when you're trying to establish not only a relationship with someone, but also trust. Trust that the
Huge.
information that you're going to give them is legit and it's coming from, a credible source. One thing I want to ask you, so
Sure.
for the people who are wanting to be healthy but really don't know exactly a lot about health, what would you say your biggest don'ts would be on, like, what not to do if you want to be healthy, based on what you've seen?
Good. Okay. The biggest don't I believe in is don't don't stop moving. Okay, you have to move to stay healthy. If not, when I do my senior talks down here at the Gibson Center, I might tell them, if you stop moving, you're going to get rigor mortis. Okay? So I want to
I
make
don't
sure
think
they
that sounds
understand
scary.
that a lot of it is, if we stop moving, our body will naturally go, okay, that's what you want to do. That's how you want our body to adapt. Your mind will tell you this. That point will make the joints stiff, will make the muscles weak, will make the muscles tight. So what happens is when you go to your medical doctor, and again, they're phenomenal doctors, the first thing they say when you have a severe pain, stop moving, get in bed, and take the medication. My biggest thing is, can we start moving now if your pain level isn't a 10? At that point, start stretching. That feels good over time. Your pain level is down to 4 or 5. Let's start strength training. Let's get your body back to moving more, causing more circulation, more blood flow. That point, that blood flow causes more blood from the heart back to the actual tissue for more heal and repair by better minerals of you're taking, hopefully, to get into that muscle and repair the area and also the joint too. So number one thing is not moving, but also sitting too much. We sit way too much as a society. Okay, we have to sit the drive. I'm not sure if traffic in Colorado, but traffic in Upland to LA every day, you're talking about maybe an hour and a half each way.
Oh, wow.
Fried to your toast. So I don't want to see people Friday because they're coming angry, tired, and road rage sometimes. But the biggest thing, if we sit, for example, I had a patient come in probably about 3 years ago. She was in her 50s, about to quit her job. I go, what quit your job for? She was having chest pain from all the anxiety of driving from where we are right now, about an hour and 20 minutes toward LA, Los Angeles, an hour and a half back, and about 8 hours sitting in a chair. So her body collapsed forward, hunched forward, where her ribs were pushing on her chest, causing chest pain. She died of heart attack, not a heart attack, but that caused an anxiety in the body. Caused her body to kind of shut itself down. So what we did is go, you have to start moving. If you're going to sit, I don't want you to quit your job yet, because you're going to quit her job. What I want you to do at lunchtime, go for a 20-minute walk. Come home, go for a 20-minute walk. If you can before work, go for a 20-minute walk. And that was alone to get her body to actually come back here a little bit, open her body up, cause your body to move. When you move, you cause what's called serotonin in your body to happen, endorphins. So it helps block those pain receptors to become less stressed, less anxious. Then we started having to do exercise at home too, some stretching and strengthening. That when her body stayed here, she maintained those habits to keep that movement in her body. So sometimes she felt a little stiff, she would move. Get up and move. Get up and move. That's why now we have standing desks. That's why now people work while they're on a treadmill. They're doing things now that they should have done 10 years ago, but now they're moving those things up. They see the actual benefit.
Okay.
So 2 things, move more and sit less.
Yeah, and I remember asking you and telling you I read an article called "Sitting is the New Cancer," and it makes so much sense because of exactly what you just said. Your body just stiffens up. And I used to do Tai Chi a lot, and they talk about, they talk about just all the tension that's built up in your shoulders from being stiff and from sitting or maybe stress, and it all builds up in your body, and your joints literally lock together, and you experience things like arthritis and things like carpal tunnel and other things like that. But I think the most important thing I learned from doing that is to relax and move and let your joints flow and let yourself just be not so tight. And I feel like that's really important in society because a lot of people, when you're sitting on the couch watching TV at your job, at your desk job, information is super powerful. But
what a lot of us think is when you stay that way, then that becomes your new normal, so that feels good to you. Until you have a nerve problem or a muscle pain or an ache or a headache, then you go, okay, now what happened? But it's that over time you change from a good posture to a poor posture. Now it's made things lock up, cause scar tissue, cause arthritis, cause wear and tear on the spine and the joints too, where you don't want to move because it hurts too much. Yeah. And even I mentioned too with the movement, even when I'm doing another interview with another Pilates studio over here in Upland next Tuesday, a lot of it is the breathing. Is you have to breathe more toward the lower ribs, not just through your throat and through your chest. And I'm assuming with Tai Chi too, they talk about a lot of the breathing. how to breathe
Oh yeah.
properly, how to move your body with your breathing as a way to relax your body, both internally and also produce those endorphins again, so your body can relax from a hormonal level.
Yes, yes, definitely. And I just want to give a quick shout out to everyone who's watching right now. Thank you so much, everyone. And if you guys have any questions for Dr. Anthony, make sure to leave them down in the comment section. We're going to be doing a Q&A at the end of the show. Something that I really want to ask you, for me personally, I know that I don't know if you're going to be able to give me a point on answer, but I am going to be doing a lot of mountain climbing this
Yes.
summer, as you know.
Yes.
What would you say the best way to prepare for that would be?
The biggest thing for me is hydration with that, and also make sure your hamstrings and your calves are staying loose to rolling them out. I know
Okay.
using a hard foam roller, especially the days before you go, to keep those
Mhm.
muscles loose. So the biggest thing what I found, because I do the Mount Boulder, I'm going to do it again this year, so I'll tell you guys right now I'm going to do it. So make sure you keep me on board on that. The same
Yeah.
thing is you have to keep the joints and muscles loose. So when you get up there and you go for the run, it's hydrated well, and you can maintain that stamina the whole time. And part of mountain running too, which I found out the hard way the first time I did it, is you have what's called when you're breathing, it's called the VO2 max. Once you hit that threshold when you're breathing a heavy breathing, your body start using lactic acid as a way to push the muscle even more, which is a poison the muscle because you don't have enough oxygen. So you have to make sure you have enough room when you're breathing so you stay below that max. If not, especially at high altitude, your body won't be able to recover, and you won't pass out, but you'll get dizzy and you won't be able to continue. Up here with the Mount Baldy run, I think it's what's the one September Labor Day, that
Yeah.
weekend, that Monday, you'll see helicopters going up and down the mountain because people pass out. People will even finish and they can't recover their lungs. So all of a sudden they can't breathe. They have an asthma attack, whatever it might be. It happened to me the first time. I thought I was having asthma. I just didn't train properly. By
Oh
training those
wow.
environments, your body can actually adapt to that over time. Keep yourself hydrated too. Allows your muscles not to cramp on the way up or the way down.
That's really good information because I'm definitely trying to be prepared for when I do climb my first 14er. And I know I've heard so many stories of people passing out and, having medical issues or even altitude sickness. And I'm trying to be prepared the best way I can. So thank you for answering that for me.
But if you
And
can too, to get yourself in the environment, is go wherever you can, as high as you can, so you have that feeling when you do train there. What it'll feel like. There's a book called I think Blink. When you're in the environment, you train in an environment like cops do in some situations, especially with canines. I had a buddy Scott, and his way of training with a canine was they had a dog attack him. So he understood what it felt like, what the emotion was behind the heart rate. So by being in that environment and training that environment, you know what to expect. At that point, you know where your body can feel like you stay below that threshold again and not panic. Or again, we'll throw you over that edge where you'll be done. But you're gonna be fine. You're Celeste. You'll figure it out.
yeah, I'm going to be doing the incline tomorrow, which is pretty much climbing a mountain, and I'm
Good.
going to try and summit another mountain called Blodgett Peak. That's pretty close to my house. It's about 9,000
Fantastic.
feet. So, but yeah, I'm trying to train the best way I can. For our viewers who are watching, I want to ask you, what is the craziest thing that you've seen as a chiropractor?
Ooh. Okay.
Story time.
People come in with a lot of different symptoms of what's going on with their back and neck. I do come in here, like I mentioned, people coming with chest pain is one of them. Okay, people that come in where they have problems where they can't hear out of one ear. Okay, they
Oh,
have
wow.
problems where their eye feels like they're popping out of their head because of all the pressure behind their eye. And it actually looks like, it kind of looks that way too. I was like, what's going on
Oh,
here? Okay.
dang.
So, and even the reaction sometimes too of getting their first adjustment. I had one of them on here too. She goes by Cindy Lauper. That's not her real name. Where when she gets adjusted every time, she cackles. She laughs like it's the biggest laugh in the world every time. Some people when they get adjusted too, which it's weird. It's everyone has a different reaction. Sometimes people cry. They laugh uncontrollably. They have Tourette's sometimes too. Starts speaking foreign languages. So adjustments up the first time is the exciting part for me because they get the relief from there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the goal, is make sure that they get the relief once they know it's not going to hurt them, kill them, things like that. The adjustment, once you take the extras in our office, which we normally do every time, make it safe for them so they see, okay, it's safe. The doctor's educating them what's going on, what the spine looks like, what normal should look like. From there, we adjust them. That way we know they're confident within the right place. At that point, they get the adjustment, it's safe, and they feel better afterwards. At that point, that cycle, okay, it felt better from the first one, I can relax the second one. Getting that adjustment in there, the scary part, if you go on YouTube, that's the highest views for chiropractors, is the actual adjustment, especially in the neck. At that point, that excitement gets them to feel better, so they want it more and more and more. At that point, their body feels better and better. But we have, yes, I saw this story. One lady, Martha, I let her about the podcast of Martha Sandoval. She came in one day, goes, you made me pregnant. I'm like, well, and in front of other patients, I'm like, whoa, Martha, let's back that up a little bit. we got her lower back better. Overall body's working better. So if the nerves are relaxed, the organs work, they function better. So she's able to get pregnant from her husband. So now she has, I think, 4 or 5 kids.
Oh my gosh.
5, 6 years ago. So I was like, Martha, let's clarify that. So how the body works is phenomenal when the nerves work better. As part of one of my links I put in the post, I put at the very top of the live video. When we do, we get the body to function well. So overall, your body can tolerate more stress. Okay, I get people coming all the time. My doctor says I have to quit my job. My doctor says to change my job. My doctor says I have to take my kids out of the house. You can't do that. It's not practical sometimes. How do you make yourself stronger to tolerate more stress, can deal with things and not have a physical or mental reaction to what's going on in your life? That's my biggest thing. That's what we try to focus on.
That's powerful. That's crazy when you think about how the body works, and like when you actually give the body what it needs and when it's actually performing at its peak, what it can do is amazing. And I that's why I'm trying to get in shape, because I want to know what I'll be like performing at my peak level. It's kind of exciting. It's kind of exciting to dream of yourself as a better you, as your body is functioning in a better sense. You have energy, you have less anxiety or cramps, or as you were saying, like your organs are functioning better, things are working properly like they should be. And I think that's really exciting. And I think that's exciting that you're
doing too, is pushing yourself on this hike, right? Once you get there, you go, you know what, that wasn't that bad. What else can I do? What else can I do? And at that point, your body, as a result of pushing yourself, not only is physical but mentally stronger, so you can handle more things when it gets thrown at you. It comes down for other people to push them also, so you help guide them. That's tough because you had never been there before, but I've been there before. Realize this is how you get there. And the next, my biggest, my own personal thing that pushed me, I thought I was going to die. There's a river up in Sacramento called Snug Harbor. Don't tell anyone because it's a secret place. The river's probably 50 yards wide, right? It's the water's flowing a bit. Probably have more in Colorado like this stuff. And what happens is my buddy Shane goes, let's go swim and swim the channel. I'm like, that's fine, no problem at all. Got in the water, started swimming, and it started getting very cold. I couldn't breathe. I felt very heavy. My legs got really heavy. I'm like, what is going on? I had an anxiety attack. I had never swam in open water before. Even though I swam in high school the whole time. Never swam open water like that, and I was freaked out. My buddy Shane looks back and goes, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm great." Instead of doing freestyle, I started doing side stroke, like an old person. You know? So I just want to get across and back as soon as possible, get it done. That motivated me to start doing triathlons. So I wanted to go, okay, how do I get over that fear by doing something else, make myself stronger both physically, mentally, and my own person to get over that. So I said, I'm going to do triathlons. At that point, I've done marathons before, half marathons, runs, whatever it is. I'm going to put myself in the bike and the swim so I get through that fear. But having the confidence and the help to do that is the baseline, so you actually see that overall ability to get to the next level, and next level, and next level, and next level. My patients, I want them to work out. I want them to get stronger. I want them to feel good. That pushes the serotonin endorphins in, kicks out the cortisol catecholamines, the stress hormones, so your overall body feels better, again, to handle more stress, more stress, more stress. And I don't care if they work out a lot or if they listen to music. What can you do to push your body to make yourself tolerate more stress by getting healthier and healthier and healthier.
That's awesome. And level up and level up and level up.
Huge. Oh, but you have to start wherever you are. Start there and get out. My advice to my patients is when I first interview them as a new patient, I go, okay, I want to know where they are. All right, have they stopped working out? Have they limit what they're doing because now their body feels, because it was painful, they stopped doing things that were helping them before. Did they stop working out? Did they stop doing things that were good? And now do they have a mindset coming in the door the first time? I'm anxious if I do it again to make it sore. So I have to get them over that hump to get them to realize, hey, look, I'm going to give you the confidence to get back there again. And I want them to see the big picture by relieving their nerve pain, relieving their back pain, relieving their neck pain as the source of their anxiety. Let's get it out of there, get back to a lifestyle that kept them healthy in the first place.
That's awesome. I wanna go to my friend's comment from the post that we made about fibromyalgia. I think it's a good time to start the Q&A for that. I don't know if she's watching or not, but I did tell her, we did say that we were going to answer that for her.
Yes, we did.
Let me pull it up here really quick. She wants to know what tips you have for people who have fibromyalgia and the symptoms and treatments and holistic treatments as well.
And I put a little comment to remind myself too. A lot of it is you have to realize, where is your body? Is it toxic or is it deficient? Okay? Going to your medical doctor, they're going to go, we have no idea, here's some more medication. What I do is refer them to either a dietitian or an herbalist for one too. Even over here too, Alex, she runs a Clermont Healing House, is getting a detox and getting either a foot bath or even something like that to start with, and realize, do I have too much metal in my body? Is something in my body that's causing is too much of a higher toxicity, my body can't filter on its own, that's stuck in my liver, my kidneys, my muscles, that's making my body become non-functional or dysfunctional. Okay? Once you've cleared everything out and caused, if you need to, a detox in your body, maybe 30 days, at that point, now where am I? Am I deficient in this, this, and this? Getting blood work done. Proper, there's Marcella, she's someone I've worked in the past in a podcast with Daniela before. She does your blood work for you and sits down with a microscope and goes, this is where your body is, this is where you're deficient in, this is where your body's coagulating. You may want to take this, this, and this to start with. So a lot of this, when I talk to people about that, is where are you? Once you've gone through it, knowing what you're toxic in or deficient, or maybe neither, but if you've ruled those in, ruled those out, at that point you can go, okay, now how to work on my body. Now if I put the good foods back in my body, that would make my body stronger over time, nutrition-wise, from an organ perspective, inside-out perspective. And from there, start stretching. And from there, once it feels good, start strengthening. A lot of those problems talk about fibromyalgia and things like that. A lot of them are pain-sensitive. And there's things in your body can be toxic or deficient in the causing the pain. We have to move the body to reduce that pain over time. May be very slow and sometimes painful. Then from there, more and more and more, realize sometimes pain is a good thing. You want to push yourself through that pain. If you take an x-ray in our office and you see there's nothing structure going on, not going on in your body, you can push yourself through that. At that point, you can get to where your body gets healthy again. I had a patient, Rachel, come in a couple years ago. She came in a walker. She was, I want to say, 61, 62, and a lot of pain. A lot of pain. Took an x-ray for her. I looked at her x-rays and go, Rachel, your x-rays are fine. You have to start moving. My doctor told me not to move because it's going to cause more pain, but now my body's weaker. I'm like, this is why. If you want to, you can either you can start walking with your walker, and at that point, get yourself healthier and hopefully reduce the pain, or get a wheelchair. It's in a wheelchair all day and watch bad daytime TV. Because I don't want to do that. I'm like, and you have to start moving. Within 5-6 weeks, she was out walking without a cane, no walker, about 45 minutes.
Wow.
She didn't believe it. Once I told her there's nothing inside that's an injury that's making you not want to walk, you have to walk with some pain and get over that. She's like, well, I'd rather do that than go to a wheelchair. I'm like, well, good, do it. But it's the movement. Once you realize your body where it is inside, at that point you have to start moving and moving and moving, maybe
Mm-hmm.
slow, and then building up over time routinely every day. Not Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but every day. So you start by seeing it as normal, as part of your normal daily routine.
Wow, that's amazing how that mental shift even changed, that perspective changed the whole entire situation. That's
Well, it's
awesome.
the guidance of not stay home, take the medication, and at that point, because you're in pain, no, you're in pain because you're not moving. It's that
Mm-hmm.
mindset and letting someone know, hey, look, you can do this or this, but what do you want to do? Even with Jamie's comment too, giving people the right food choice, especially a boost, things
Yes.
like that allows them to actually see, hey, look, my body feels better, now I can move. But if your body's always down here and that body chemistry is always anxious and negative, at that point you can't do anything. So having things like Jamie's talking about gets your boost up there, so you feel that boost, great, I get things going. And over time, if you're comfortable, get to a normal routine diet so you can actually maintain that as your body becomes stronger and stronger. It may, and again, I tell people, it may
Mm-hmm.
take you 3 or 4 months to see the benefits. It may take you a month just to feel good based on what you're doing. Give yourself time. It's not going to be an overnight success. Nothing.
Yeah.
When I tell people, I don't have a magic pill, I don't have a magic move. This isn't a church, it's not a
Mm-hmm.
spiritual healing. It's going to take time. Your body didn't get here overnight. Give it the weeks and the months sometimes to get better.
To heal, yeah. And guys, we only have a couple minutes left. Be sure to leave your questions down for Dr. Anthony down in the comment section. I have another question.
Yeah,
So,
give me two more.
yes, for the people who are working and maybe college students, maybe single parents, or just parents in
Good.
general who are on the go, busy all the time, what are some healthy aspects and things that they can incorporate into their lives to make their lives better and get on that healthy path, even though they may not have so much time to do it?
My biggest thing is going for a walk. Okay, I'll put it
All right.
in the links up in the show notes. A walking position, setting your posture on the wall before you walk too. The walking, the moving your body, allows your body to produce those serotonin endorphins, so it makes your overall body feel better. Then you can think more clear. Your body's more relaxed. Your body doesn't deal with that stress, that tension, shoulders all day long. Your body can relax, so you can actually enjoy a good night's sleep over time. And while you're doing the walking, I recommend to listen to a podcast. Someone like him, like Celina Celeste podcast too. Here,
Yeah.
you at that point double benefit. You're walking, and without because if you're not watching a video, you may walk into a wall or a tree or something, or somebody else, embarrass yourself. Listening to a podcast allows you to actually do something positive for your mind and learn something up here as your body's moving in the right direction. Keep your body overall healthy and strong, and breathe better. Give yourself about
Oh.
10 minutes a day, maybe 5 minute windows, 2 5 minute windows, especially college students are really busy, they have a little bit of time just to sit there and
Mm-hmm.
breathe. There's an app I used before, it's called Calm, CALM. CALM, yeah. At that point, they have a free sound that you can listen to. At that point, get your body relaxed. Once you relax, even 5 minutes, you get a quick recharge. At that point, the next 20 minutes, you're like, now I feel a lot better. You get that downtime, just get yourself back here again and get you to stay mentally and physically strong.
That's awesome. That's awesome advice. And I definitely that's a definitely small thing that you can do every day. Even though if you have 15 minutes, if you have an hour,
Easy.
go take a quick walk. That's definitely good advice. Anything else by chance?
What's that?
Anything else by chance that you could recommend for those on the go people on how to
A
stay
lot of it
healthy?
is how do you when you're home, how do you when you go to relax, how do you stretch? Okay, how do you get your body to go from a hunched position forward to more of a relaxed straight position? I have recommend lying on their stomach for about 5 minutes with their arms just like this on the stomach, just a relaxed position. The weight's on the forearms here, and I'm sorry, forearms here. That when they lie down, I'll put it on the show notes too, and just sit there for about 5 minutes. Helps your back open up, helps your chest open up. Everything goes from our posture here all day sitting to more of an open, relaxed posture here. A relaxed, normal, not moving your body around, just sit there and let your body kind of stretch it out. Ligaments stretch so things open up over time so you sleep better and stay better.
All right. Are there movements and postures and stretches for like back pain and maybe even people who have trouble falling asleep?
Exactly. There's moves you can actually do for your shoulders and upper body. Take one thing is taking a broomstick, go as wide as you can. I won't grab it because I'll probably break some with the broomstick. Wide as you can, and
Mm-hmm.
try to get to where it goes behind your head all the way over time. And I'll put that in the show notes with my
Okay.
link, and a broomstick stretch all the way here. Another one too is that's for your shoulders here because a lot of help that tension in the shoulders. Even the neck there also here is take your hand, put it behind your ear, and let your head stretch over time about 30 seconds on each side. Just hold it as a stretch. Your body can actually relax, get that tension off the neck because part of the neck nerves in here, when they tighten up, they hit what's called your sympathetic system in your brain. It makes your body stay in this stress state. If you get the neck to relax, those nerves relax too, that stress state becomes less and less and more relaxed state, so you can sleep better. One thing, if you have any soreness
Wow.
or swelling or pain, make sure the first thing you do is always ice. Okay, unless you're 80 years old, at that point, you're not old enough for heat. Heat's for old people. Okay, start with the ice pack first. Put the ice pack, if it's on the neck until it starts to burn, lower back, where it starts to go a little bit numb. Okay, you want to push that inflammation out. At that point, the muscle will relax by causing more circulation in the muscle. And always, what patients do is always end with the ice pack and always do
Mhm.
the stretch first. That's when the ice gets everything to calm down, and so you have a better night's sleep.
That's amazing. I didn't know that. I'm learning so much right now.
So I'm gonna put that. I'll put in my link to the those stretches, also the broomstick, the upper trap stretch, and also the first low back stretch on your stomach, because you'll have in the show notes.
All right, awesome. And we're just about out of time, but I want to thank you so, so much for coming on the show and sharing all of your knowledge and your recommendations and even your tips on how to stretch and just giving us more education on what we can do to better ourselves, because I think that's a really big key in wanting to be a better you is educating on how to get there. And
And a
you
lot of
are
it is, I think,
just
is
working
having a
for it.
routine so you can stick on your own. Is what can I do every day? I can give you
Yes.
20 exercises. You have to do 20 exercises. What can I do every day in my normal daily routine, maybe morning and night when I'm at home, to make myself a little bit healthier and a little bit healthier? When you feel better, what do? You want to eat a little bit better. You want to go for the
Yes.
walk. You want to do a little bit more. It kind of feeds itself, its own monster. Once you get in the healthier habit of exercising for one, that's when you want to eat better too. You want to think better. You
Hmm.
want to have people around you, as you do at Whole Foods, that have the same mentality of how do I make myself better mentally and physically.
That's awesome and so powerful. I just want to thank you again so much for coming on the show. Thank you for sharing everything. And guys, I'm going to leave all of Anthony's Facebook page, his Instagram page, his podcast, The Crooked Spine Show, and the website to his practice, all in the comments section below. So if you guys have any questions for him or you want to reach out to him, just go down below and click those links. And is there anything else you wanted to add or share?
A lot of it is why I contacted you and wanted to podcast with you. Is you have great people, and what I would recommend people going back to your videos on your Facebook, Celina, Celeste. At that point, go back and listen to some of those live videos, because those are also other people too that are good masterminds, at least on Facebook, that allow you to get the mindset of what you need to get healthy and stay healthy. A lot of it is, again, every podcast, even mine too. There may be 10% you can get from there to that work for your lifestyle and you can apply in your life. Go back to your videos, Celina. At that point, you have enough in there to get people information how to start. And that person may have a podcast or a book or a Facebook to go to theirs too and get that trickle down effect of that rabbit hole of follow this person, because they have the right mindset of how to
Yeah.
get and stay healthy.
Yeah, and share the knowledge and spread the love, of
All of it.
course.
That button right there on the corner of your thing says share, push share every
Yes,
day.
guys, share this video for everyone in your audience on your Facebook page and help them become healthier as well.
That's the plan. Yeah, thank you for having me. I
Yes.
appreciate that. We'll do more of this.
Yes, I'm definitely going to have you back on the show and we can just broaden more topics and go in deeper, but definitely one show is not enough for everything. But I
No,
really
never.
enjoyed, yes, especially when it comes to health. But I really enjoyed having you on the show. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me and my audience. And I really hope that you have a great rest of your Thursday.
And I hope you have a great hike too. I don't want to see any helibacks or things like that. I want to get news stories for your hike.
Yes, yes. I'm going to keep everyone updated on my hiking and my journey and my training and everything. But thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
All right, you too. And guys, see you later. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Thursday, and I'll see you tomorrow.